She was a 13-year-old peasant girl who could not read or write. At 17, she put on armor and led an army. At 19, the English burned her at the stake. 489 years later, the Catholic Church made her a saint. She was born around 1412 in a small village in northeastern France called Domremy. Her father was a peasant farmer who collected taxes for the village. She was the youngest of 5 children. She tended the family's sheep. She had never been more than a few miles from home. Her name was Joan, known to history as Joan of Arc. When she was 13, alone in her father's garden, she heard a voice. She believed it was the Archangel Michael. He told her that France was being destroyed by the English, and that she had been chosen to save it. 2 more saints came to her after that, Saint Catherine and Saint Margaret. They visited her, she said, almost every day. For 3 years, she told no one. At 16, she walked alone to the nearest French commander and asked him to take her to the disinherited Prince of France. He laughed and sent her home. She came back again. Eventually, he gave her a horse, a sword, and an escort of 6 men. She rode 400 kilometers through enemy territory dressed as a man and arrived at the prince's castle in February of 1429. The prince hid himself among his courtiers to test her. She walked straight through the crowd and knelt at his feet. He gave her an army. 2 months later, on April 29, 1429, she rode into the city of Orléans, which had been under English siege for 7 months. 9 days later, the English broke camp and fled. She was 17 years old. She had the prince crowned King of France in the Cathedral of Reims, with her standing beside him in armor. The next year, she was captured in battle and sold to the English. They put her on trial. The man's clothing she wore was one of the charges. On May 30th, 1431, in the marketplace of Rouen, the English burned her at the stake. She asked them to hold a wooden cross before her face. She died calling the name of Jesus. She was 19. They burned her body twice more and threw her ashes into the Seine so that no one could find a relic of her. 25 years later, the church reopened her trial and declared her innocent. 489 years after her execution, in 1920, the same church made her a saint. The peasant girl who could not read became a patron saint of France. Follow for more untold stories.